Listened to your album the other day.
Okay, just an advance warning, I am eating, so I will probably be pausing halfway through type of thing, and
Stay close. I can't hear you if you
I'm gonna try to make this kind of quick because my fiance comes home soon.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 1. Capture the objective. Mission underway. Work together.
In case you're wondering what I'm eating, fuck, that's hot. It's a mango shrimp spring roll. Alright, so to start, don't waste your time with TP, just because TP on point, they're not going to be able to use it to get out, so no point in wasting time doing it when you could be poking at this point. So this biggest problem, our first fight, yes, we do win, and we do play this as a slow roll, and it does work out, but it takes way too long. So we're going to try and look at how we could have done it better. Okay, first, they're being too passive. You can take all of this space that's out here in the courtyard, even if they speed on you, and your team doesn't play in the courtyard necessarily, you should be fine. Because even if you kind of want that as almost a bait, so like, let's say you move in and the Rams start to push out with a Lucio speed, you use your CDs to start pushing them back and peel. That's how you're peeling for your supports. But being this far back, you're just in a poke battle, right? This is literally just poke and wasting time except building ults. That's the only thing that it's really good for. So pushing in here and just taking the courtyard gives us more space to work with and almost pushes them back, right? Or baits them into us, where then we can use our Orisa abilities to fuck on them. Yeah, keep that angle, keep that poke up. Alright. Bad fortify, very bad fortify. A bit not preemptive. A bit hopeful with the spear. So what you should have done is basically you want to use fortify for yourself and to... That's your get out of jail free card. Your other abilities, that's where you're doing your peeling. So instead of using your fortify there, which you weren't taking any damage, they weren't focusing you, you want to use the spear spin, because Orisa gets her value when the focus is on you. Fortifying allows you to still take that focus, but also not have to die, right? Spear spin and spear, just the spear in general, is what you use to peel. So instead, when Ram moves forward, you could have spear spin him back, pushing him into a corner, pushing him back on the point, etc., right? Pushing him out of position, too. Yeah, not the best fortify there. Could have just backed around the corner and gotten healed up, which you did.
It's go time.
Amplifying your power.
Capturing the point.
All right, I'm just gonna pause so I can finish this and then actually coach. I apologize. All right, here we go. Use spear spin right there. That peels for the slow of Sojourn, and eventually, I mean, not that we knew, but eventually, even the Ram slow. Annoying when I'm Ram going up against an Orisa is when they constantly just save spear spin for my slow, because I mean that just something out of your kit that gets completely annoyed, and it's easy to eat. So I mean it's yeah. Spear spin's kind of useless here. Probably could have played a corner a little bit better than just playing out in the middle there.
I learn from my mistakes.
Turning up the heat.
Time to get clever. You call it?
Not so fast. Enemy over there. Breaking them down.
No, 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 no. You just go on that Ram, okay? Like that when he uses his ult like that without a speed, we're kind of screwed. You need to be using your abilities to push him back, whether that's not necessarily pushing him back far enough that you're out of the way, but so that everyone else is out of the way. Because you can tank his entire ult and still kill him, right? You know, 1v1, you can still tank the entire thing and win. So when you rotate it right, you instead just need to be up in his face, pushing him back, right? You need, excuse me. In essence, you just need to be the tank. You're playing Orisa much more seemingly like an off tank and avoiding poke taking angles, not really using your abilities, as well as not really using your abilities to the best of how they should be. So when he pushes in, you should be using your spear and your thing. A little bit too early on that. You could have held it for a second.
Taking the point. Fall in, team. I'm on fire. It's easy watching. I'm with you.
Yeah, so maybe going against this Ram, you want to eat his slow every time, if you can. Eat. Nice. Spear spin, man. You want to push him away. He's going to get so much more value up in someone's face, backline's face mostly, than not, right? And he just gets sped all the way into their back. No, that's the next fight. Spear, javelin. Go out.
Cybernetics regulated. Not on my watch. My gift to you.
You're all fed up. Maximum power. Setting out the welcome mat.
spear spin, not fortify.
Let the Kitsune guide you.
And obviously this is bad, but you thought it was 99. I get it. So, this might open your world for you here, okay? The reason you're using your cooldowns poorly. Let's back this up. Okay, I need to see the cooldowns real quick. Okay, right here. Perfect. So the cooldowns that you have are 12, 7, 6, going from left to right, right? If you were to use Fortify first and then your other... When I say rotate your cooldowns, that's how I survive so long, personally, as Orisa. Is because I'm not using Fortify first, even though that's your longest cooldown, and it might seem to make sense to use your longest cooldown first so that it comes back up in a rotation. However, that's not the case, because eventually those cooldowns are going to rotate, lap one another. You want to use your spear spin, at least how I usually do it, is using the spear spin, backing them up. That kind of negates the speed that they're rushing in with right now. And then if I need to and they're still going past, that's when I use the javelin on someone else. Okay? You're still negating damage with those two CDs, because one, you're stun locking someone with the javelin throw, and you're still eating damage with the spear spin and pushing them back. However, using Fortify, they just ran over you. If you go back and look through, if you were to go back and look through, or even watch my play when I'm on Orisa, I'm making them use a lot of CDs by just using the javelin abilities to push them away. Instead of using Fortify, where they just walk over me and walk onto my team, right? You want to make sure the focus is on you, because then you get the most value out of Orisa. Because you want all of the focus fire, you want abilities, cooldowns, everything on you, ultimates, etc. And the other two do that. If you fortify, they're just not going to look at you. They're just going to go around and say, okay, he's fortified, we can't kill him. However, I think that's more the bigger point than why I use the other two more. It's more that I'm keeping that focus drawn on me, because even if I have the spear spin up, some people can still do damage with beam damage from behind, left, right, etc. But Fortify, that's just switching targets and going on someone else. I hope that makes a little more sense. You're using your cooldowns at different times that shouldn't be happening, because now that you don't... Because yes, even though you're gonna build a cooldown cycle here in a second with the 3, since you use Fortify first and then your other 2, it's still not going to be as good. But if you were to use the javelin once they push through and start pushing them back, let's say they use that one that interrupts their momentum from the Kitsune, or even speed from Lucio, spear. That's one person that you can do. Or if somebody gets past you, you spear them. That does a good amount of damage, plus gives you a target to start focusing now. Plus that, again, also peels because you're stun locking them out of firing. Yeah, again, I'm kind of harping on this, but that's kind of your biggest issue with Orisa is... specifically Orisa, because I know we talked about it the other day, that your big thing is you're not looking behind, you're not doing any sort of peel or anything like that. That which is kind of is more of a tank issue, and it's very resource heavy. However, with Orisa, you're looking to be resource heavy for them, not us, right? You want to make sure the focus stays on you and they're dumping shit into you, and you're using your abilities wisely to negate all of that. Again, hopefully that makes sense. That's kind of a big point here. But if it doesn't, just let me know and we can talk about it some more. Go ahead and fast forward that. We don't touch. Again, you can spear spin out. This is perfectly fine.
All is lost. We are falling apart.
Spear spin to engage. Spear spin to engage. Spear spin forward.
I'm overloading.
Spear spin forward. You're taking way too long here. Taking way too long. Taking way too long. That's a good fortify. I'm fine with that. Nice spear. Yes, it was a good fortify. But you still could have taken that space just by pushing forward. So we'll come out of this. Yes, most of our team is playing back here. I know our Sojourn rotated around behind, which does inevitably, I think, win us the fight. But by you spear spinning forward, you're negating all the damage coming through. And once you get here, this is forcing them to back, right? Because, again, ebb and flow natural. They're going to start backing when you push forward. And then you control all of this. Our team can push, at least the Torb and the Kiriko can push up to like right here. And you now control all of this. If they come to one side, you switch your focus to that side. But getting right here, by spear spinning all the way forward, don't take out the turrets right away. I'm fine in the instance that you use Fortify. It's just that you needed to be a little bit more farther forward, because if you play right here, that's going to force them to, one, turn their focus entirely on you. So, like, if they're right here, compared to where you were, they can still stay right here and have they don't know about the Sojourner at the moment, but what they will think is they have the entire team in front of us. Like, as in this, like, Lucio or the Sim. Oh, look, their Orissa's pushing up. I see their Torb. I can see their Kiriko. They're all pushing up this way. So I can just stay here and I beam you. And if you stay right there, that's going to happen. However, if you move right here to kind of the main pillar, like I said, ebb and flow, this pushes them back. And this Sim, in order to even do damage on you, has to look a little bit more this way. In which doing so, again, this is a wide point of view from this, but, like, in the fight, if she's looking this way, or even if, like, they push around, like, right here and you push past them even further, then that's forcing them to turn around, which leaves them open for the rest of us.
Maximum power.
Fine with destroying TP. Spear spin, spear spin, spear spin. Spear spin forward. Go, go, go. Eating the damage, pushing forward.
It's an honor to get this match by me.
Ultimate's charging. The breeze brings relief.
Tight, 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 tight.
Out the welcome mat.
Bro, you're not using spear spin. Still do damage on her. That's fine. You could have peeked around that edge and speared him. Either one of them.
Nice. Kitsune is ready to be unleashed. Let the Kitsune get here.
Also, your sensitivity is a little too high, I think. Spear spin! Spear spin! For the love of God, man, use spear spin. Use the fucking spear spin.
Heightening your capability.
Spear spin is, in a sense, just as good as Sig Eat. It's a little worse, obviously, but is half as good as Fortify. You gotta be using it. That's a great engage tool that pushes you forward faster, eats any damage coming at you. Peel's great because you can. Let's use an example. Okay, just pretend the turret someone. Okay, I'm the enemy Orisa, and I'm running, or not Orisa. Let's say Zarya. Okay, I'm the Zarya. I have no bubbles, but I'm running up here like this, right? Using your spear spin. If you're over here, maybe not Zarya. Junker Queen. Junker Queen's a better one. So Junker Queen's running forward at the person, aka the turret. You come this way, and you're spear spinning. One, you're pushing her back away from the turret, but you're also eventually going to have the Junker Queen right in front of you, and any shots, knives, whatever she throws at you, you're just going to eat with the spear spin. So make sure we're using that more. God, that was an ear rape.
We are out of chances. This ends here. Disrupting.
Eat. Again, you're using Fortify. You're being so selfish with your abilities. You spear spin here, you're eating this damage. You're eating all of this damage that comes through from the Junkrat. Good spear spin that time. See? And again, if you didn't have used Fortify earlier, you would have been able to Fortify, get out of trap.
I learned from my objective is now active.
Together then strike them down. Shield activated.
We are falling apart.
Is that all? I won't see objective. Stop me if you can.
Good pin. Great pin. Unlucky.
Not so fast. It's go time.
The objectives in my hands.
The battle ignites me.
Breaking him down.
Come out and face me.
He's healing wave.
Good fire strike. Good. Unlucky. Nothing, nothing I could really do there to say otherwise.
Not through just. I will keep you safe.
Clear out.
Okay, you need to work on that mirror. I know you think he has shadow right now, but he really doesn't. I mean, obviously you can see that, but
Our objective now.
Oh, let's break it.
stop chasing. Good. Damn, that's what I'll support games.
Ready for battle.
Are you ever going to tell me Valkyrie's airfoil ratio?
I'll just ask her myself.
Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
Trouble's here.
There they are.
She's gonna blow.
Spear. Could have speared. Spear here, spear here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Boom, spear's already back. It's a fast cooldown, man. You got to use it. If you're using it, one, that gives us a chance to follow up on it, especially if it's a good spear that nails them into a wall. Otherwise, you're just pushing them back, forcing more cooldowns, right? You want to make sure you're using that. Spear. Okay, they're still not pushing. You should have used spear spin there, not fortify. Because now it's a big cooldown that you used. Your biggest cooldown that you used. You can keep poking all he wants down there. Maybe if you want to avoid his poke, maybe play more to the pillar that's right here in front of you to your right. Brother. You're taking so much poke because you're using your abilities wrong. That's how. Spear spin. Good fortify. Now you can spear. Nice. Good spear. I would have spear spinned again. Using it like a Diva Matrix to get that. Good. That was a good one. Good attempt. Damn, he got wrecked.
Awaiting backup. Objective lost. Stop the payload.
So I think so far, I think me telling you to play a little bit more team oriented and not shit. So resource heavy does seem to be paying off. We're just now not using our abilities for our team as much as we should. Again, you want to be the star of attention here with using the least amount of cooldowns as you can, you know, or for as long as you can for our other people to get picks. Not necessarily doing the damage yourself. Orissa's an enabler here. An enabler and a hell of a tank that blocks. So we are a little bit behind here, but you could be playing up at the cop car once everyone comes through. I like the cop car personally because at least it gives you one natural cover, and people have to climb up here and look down to do so. And if they do, that leaves all of them open to all of that, right? Or that means they have to rotate, or if they play up top, you just play behind the car. You're still contesting car, that kind of thing. Because you want to be in medium range. Medium to close range for Orisa. No longer a long range poke away. Could have javelined him. Yep, now we push.
The world still needs defending.
Again, man, it's all about abilities. And actually, we'll go back and we'll take this fight from back here a little bit more. Okay, we'll slow it down. So, most of our team playing back left. Orisa starts pushing forward. You hear the Sojourn overclock go off. Okay? As soon as that happens, I'm making a beeline over here to start peeling and being the center of attention again. Instead, you stay up here, which doesn't really help us too much, right? So if you're over here, you're peeling. You're, doing damage onto the Orisa. You're eating damage. Instead of pushing forward like this. You can push forward here, take space. We gave them a lot of space this game. Bad space spin. It was okay. It wasn't the worst. Could have been done a little bit earlier though. Spear, right there, you spear her. Her head pops around the corner, spear to the belt. I'm fine with the fortify right there. Now you spear spin, good. Good spear spin. Spear spin! Spear spin! Oh, that fight, we 100% should have won that. 100% should have won that. Spear spin forward. Fuck. That's right. Alright, this might be my last match, and then I gotta head out.
On your six. Behind you.
Spear spin. So the reason I say spear spin is because they're going to have this long hallway to poke us out if we lose this corner, which we did. And if you spear spin, you're going to start pushing them back, and we're still going to keep this corner. They're going to use more CDs, we're going to use more CDs, we still win this trade-off. And they're in more open space than we are. We have this entire corner. They, not so much if they want to stay out in the open and poke, right? Yeah.
I learn from my mistakes.
Disrupted.
I'm overloading.
There's the enemy turret. Take it out. Enemy turret eliminated. Breaking them down.
Crank up the game.
Enemy turret destroyed.
See how that's temporary and you just die instantly off of that? That's because you didn't have Fortify. You use Fortify all the way up here. Which, yeah, I mean, negates damage off you, but then they just look somewhere else. If you use Spear Spin, anything that comes in that radius of the spear is going to get eaten up, and you still get to push them back, you still get to eat damage, etc. Then when they start pushing, you Fortify, and you keep using the spear every time to just bully them.
Missteps still lead forward.
This music stops for no one. Enemy turret ahead. Someone your own size.
Team kill. My allies need me.
Not so fast.
Spear Spin!
Passing out the welcome mat.
Wrong person to Spear Spin, big guy. Wrong person.
Enemy turret down.
You went after the Lucio, you should have gone right up in the face of the Sojourn. That's either going to force her slide or she's going to get no value out of overclock.
30 seconds remaining.
Spear Spin, not Fortify! Don't look at the Orisa when you're trying to Spear Spin. In that instant, don't look at the Orisa, just look out so you can get out of the zone.
Supercharged and on fire. Objective A captured. Escort the payload.
Okay, while the truck's coming out, you could take space up at the top, that first corner. Start poking a little bit. Fire truck's still gonna move, even if we're not there.
Breaking the enemy's got a turret.
Okay, hopefully this was enough. I gotta get going. So, yep, bye.